first things first, there's a safe settlement, a supply drop, a camp, roadblock, and compound event. So first things first, we want to get you a gun, right? And the biggest place you can find a gun, like literally all the time, you can find an SMG. Sometimes I find a pistol, SMG, and a rifle. You always get ammo. You always get a little bit to start with. So sometimes you get backpacks, as you can see here. You can get a lot of loot, and it's always at the roadblocks. And the best part about it is I'm a solo warrior. I don't play with squads or duos, so I like to get my loot, and then I like to make sure I can actually go into battles. That's the whole point of this video, is for the guys out there that play solo. You know, get your stuff and then go ahead into battle. So you guys are probably wondering where I got the ATV. It spawns in this particular spot. I'm going to show you on the map in a second. It's here every single time. So the only time I don't think it would be here is if probably an enemy got it before you. So as you guys can see, it says Pleasant Pastures. You guys can see the little parachute right in the middle there. It's basically the entrance of the place, if you will. That's exactly where the ATV spawns 100% of the time. Like I said, the only time I don't think it's going to be there is if an enemy or a teammate or somebody got that before you. Alright, so the first thing you should do, obviously, is get a gun at one of those military blocks. The second thing you should do is get the ATV, and then this just happened to work out perfectly. The third thing you should do is get a supply drop. A good tip for you guys is setting your keybinds to obviously something that's comfortable for you. Mine's left alt, so I'm able to loot the crates and move around looking, and as a solo squatter, that's insanely important. So definitely keep that one in mind. So again, just a primary example showing you how I would operate. Got my ATV, get off of it. I'm gonna loot the crate. Real simple stuff, but sometimes, like, honestly, when I first started, which was a couple days ago, the game just came out, but I didn't know these things, so I feel like I can give to you guys before you even have to experience the game. So here's where it gets interesting. So the compound events, you guys are going to see a big fist, and if you guys see a red fist on the map, it just means that the mission's actually activated. So basically, there's a smart way you guys can do it. It's just like rounding up sheep. You know, like you're the wolf, you're rounding up sheep. They have like a certain distance mark that they can't go past. I'm sure this will probably patch if the developer sees this, but just so you guys know, like, there's work smarter, not harder, right? So I don't think this was the best nade, but as you guys can see, they stopped right there. Nice little explosion. Take off their heads, obviously. Go for their heads. Now you have free shots on all of these guys. Alright, so once you're finished with the compound event, what happens is you get 2 supply crates that drop down. It takes a little bit of time, and you're gonna need to look out for cover before that actually happens. But this is what it looks like when you do finish the compound event and you are in a safe place and you're able to loot both those crates, or even one crate, whatever the case is. You know, just like that, super simple. It's just a matter of actually getting into this position and setting yourself up for this position where you don't have to worry about enemies. And we're going to talk about that. It's going to come next in the video. But 2 successful supply drops after the compound event. And then this is just what it looks like before the crates actually come. You just need, definitely as a solo person, you have to, especially in this game, you have to be on your toes. You have to know what's going on. You need to know your whereabouts. You need to know everything. You need to be paranoid. You need to be on your feet at every second, because it's the time where you're like, oh, it's okay, nothing's going to happen. And then boom, watch. You're like, oh, everything's going good, no problem. Even if there's 4 people in your server to 35 people in your server. You just never know, man. As you guys can see there, I'm always making sure I know how many people are in my game, because it changes frequently. You can have 4, you can join the emptiest lobby, and then 10 minutes go, and then literally you have 25 people in your game. Alright, so this is the same exact spot, but a different scenario, and I run into a 2 team. They're sneaking up on me. So I had done all that work in compound. I got these crates coming down, but these guys saw and they wanted me. So you have to be smart, man. You got to know when to take your battles and when to leave them. These guys were aggressive. They didn't seem to stop there. They wanted these crates. They didn't know how many people, but they saw me. Right? I'm getting lit up. I'm out of there. I don't want to contest. So you got to have an escape plan, man, especially being a little solo squad warrior, man. I don't know why the gameplay's skipping, by the way, but hopefully it's not a big problem for you guys. You guys get the idea, the whole gist here. But I had an escape plan. I got my ATV out here. I set it up methodically. Did not plan this out, but luckily they came on the other side and didn't come this way. So, boom, got out of there safely. Real quick tip. I don't know if you guys have known this yet, but if you know how you can hold like a slot in your inventory, it says like empty canteen or empty bottle. I always wondered why, but if it's raining outside, you can just right click your bottles and then you can fill them up. So don't always discard them. I used to throw them away. Don't do that. The fastest way to level up is to go to a place where you know are robots. This is the airport. Like I said, you can do those compound events and stuff, but sometimes you already deplete those missions, and then you need to keep going, right? So when you craft, you guys level up, and there's 2 crafting that you can do like right off the bat, and they're both bandages type of healings. So they give you 15 and 25. So remember to, when you're killing the robots and you have extra materials like backpacks and stuff, shred that stuff, make bandages. It gives you points so that you can level up your progression. It's like a big robot. The first time I've ever seen this guy, and you can see me, I'm just in shock. But the whole point of this part is when you die, it's gonna happen. Don't get mad, it's okay. Sometimes you get killed by a random situation like this, where I can actually go back to my loot where it says it can spawn nearby, random, or a safe on settlement. So obviously it's common sense. You gotta wait 30 seconds for the nearby, you gotta wait like 15 for random, and then you can go to safe settlement at any time. So it's just your opinion, your judgment. But for this instance, obviously I want to spawn nearby. I want to get my loot back. It's not an enemy I got to worry about. I don't need a gun right off the bat. Okay. Last but not least, I just learned about this, and I knew it was going to be important because I always saw people there, and I always see these helicopters around, but I never really knew. But before that, this is the safe establishment, if you will. I forgot the exact name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Basically, what you're able to do is if you overstack your inventory, like you can carry a lot of inventory items, and basically you can carry an extra MP5 or an extra pistol, and you don't need all those weapons on you, and in fact, it take a lot of inventory space. So basically what I did right here is the first time I've ever done this too, is I actually put my whole inventory in here just for, basically I have my main stuff. I knew where I'm going to get water and food, so I wasn't really worried about that. But I'm going to discard all of my inventory into here just so that I can, next time I play, I have, if I die, I have a really good place to start. I got weapons and all that. Oh, it's leaving in 23 seconds. Wow. Okay. So here we are. We're in the helicopter. It comes every 5 minutes, I would say. Alright guys, so I really hope that helps you guys if you guys are playing this game. This game has been an absolute blast, so I hope you guys have been having the same amount of fun that I've been having. I look forward to what this game's definitely going to bring in the future, man. Like I said, it's one developer. His name is Joshua. He's been killing it, so props to him, man. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or any of these guys that are playing this will be able to see this, but I definitely put some time into this. Want you guys to have like a nice little breezy intro into the game. It's an awesome game, man. I wouldn't just say that. I have no sponsor or anything like that. So it's really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. And please throw a like on this video. Let's get it popping, man. I would love to get some thousands of views on it, man. Things have been rough because I keep changing games and stuff, but that's just my style, man. And I love video games. I'm a nerd like that. And just so you guys know, I was playing CD. Creative Destruction before this was the top of the tier, and then decided not to play that anymore, and wanted to search my other options. So we're here, baby. So enjoy the helicopter ride. Enjoy the rest of the video. Throw a sub at me. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And I can jump out at any time. Wow, okay. Let's see the routine. So it started here, went all the way. I think it's literally going to go all the way around the map. This is insane. This is so cool. Yeah, this is unbelievably helpful. I was always wondering what the helicopter did. I don't know if it... Oh, see? And then I can just go land on a supply drop if I want. Oh, wow. Yeah. So this right here, literally, right here, is where the ATV lands, and I'm going to show you a little bit more in this tutorial. That's where the ATV spawns. Yeah, this is so cool. Wow, is it already back? No. Oh, there's two. I never knew that. So there's. Oh, I never knew that. So there's a helicopter, and it goes from Castle Rock all the way to Golden Eagle every 5 minutes. Then I'm going to go right back in here. It's going to go right around the other half, I would imagine, and go straight back to Castle Rock. I like how the icon's going backwards.